Welcome to Sandoval Video Box. This is a live stream of a special presentation by the management of the Sandoval Community Associate Gulf Coast. Viewing of this meeting is available at your convenience, 24/7, on the YouTube channel, Sandoval Video Box. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to support Sandoval Video Box on YouTube by clicking both the subscribe button and bell to be notified of future meetings and presentations. This presentation of how to use and navigate the Town Square website will begin in a moment. Sandoval Video Box thanks you for your support by subscribing and your participation by watching this presentation.
Hey everybody, I'm glad you could be here tonight. Better turnout than I thought we would get, so this is exciting. We have two of our people from Associate Gulf Coast here, and two of my favorite ones, so you're in good. This is Ryan and this is Siri, and they are about to teach you all things Town Square. So here you go, we'll give it over to them.
Hello, thanks so much for coming out tonight. We have promised you this in person, and there are some folks that are going to be live streaming as well. But we are super excited to get you on Town Square because it is an incredible app. It's perfect for you to communicate with the management of the association. It's also a great spot for you to find information in regards to documents for the community, governing documents. You can find out information about your assessments and your payments. So it's a wonderful tool, and we're super excited to introduce it to you. If you haven't got signed on before or registered, the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to register at home or somewhere else on a laptop. And if you need help after the session, you want us to get you registered on the laptop, we're happy to do that for you. Then after that, you can use it on an iPhone or an iPad or whatever electronic device that you have. You cannot register on an iPad, but you can use it after that on an iPad. So we will get you registered if you don't have a laptop afterwards. We're just going to show you that you're literally going to go to this website. I don't know if everyone can see the screen, but you're going to go to app.townsquare or townsq.io. And there's going to be a spot that is going to show you where you to put your zip code, which would be your zip code here in town, and your account number. So if anybody still needs their account number, come on up afterwards, and we will get that account number for you. So first of all, you can go to the home page. This is going to pop up after you're signed in, and you can go to the top right, and it's going to show Edit Profile. So this is a demo account, just so you know. So it's not going to show all of this Sandoval information on it, but it's going to look very similar to what you guys are going to see on your Town Square. So here in the right side, this is me. You see my name here. This is my profile over here. If I want to, I can change and upload a profile photo of myself or my dog or my husband or whoever. You put that there. You get your first name here, your last name. This is already in here. This is how you are legally put on the deed. We can't change that to put nicknames in there just so that we can track to your account properly. Also, your phone number is here. If you want to add another phone number, you can do that. This is where your email is and your password. If you need to change your password, you can go ahead and change that after you create it. And over here is the fun part. So the way the app works is it's kind of a once and done. Once you get signed up, if you're not techno savvy or you decide you don't want to use the app very much, you can just watch it because it will send out push notifications or notifications when you get an email. And you would be getting an email from either the board or your community association manager. Okay, and that will let you know, it will alert you that there is information waiting there for you.
So Okay, so just for the messages, the daily, weekly, individual, if you have a board meeting coming up, you will get an email regardless, and it will have the agenda and the date and time, just like these notifications. So even when a board meeting notice goes out, you'll get notified regardless of these settings. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Great. So if you want to see messages very frequently, and when I say very frequently, anytime somebody puts something out in regards to the community, you can change it to see how frequent you want to see them. So if you don't want to see any at all, you would click this. If you want to change it for every single time one comes out that would pertain to you or the community, you just click over that way. If you want a daily digest, a lot of people do that. That usually comes out every day between 5 and 7. Or maybe you just want to see it weekly. So you can choose that. You can change this at any time. You can also see message responses here. You choose again how frequently you would like to see those. This would be in regards to service requests. So I'm going to show you how to fill out a maintenance request or a service request. You will be seeing responses to these and your requests only. You won't be seeing your neighbor's request. Now the board can enable it so that they can see everyone's request. And that's a little bit just of transparency to keep us on our toes. So if a request comes through, the board can see when it was submitted and where it is in the process of being fixed or responded to. So here is the responses. So again, you're going to see your service request responses. Board members can enable to see all of the service requests and all of the response times. So if you want to get information on news and events, you can toggle that on. Or, so if it's in green, that means go, you're going to get that. If it's white, it's no. So all of these items, if you want to be updated on these, you're just going to toggle over here. And then you can save your choices. Okay, and then so over here, we are on the home page now. So we are going to go into... let's do news and events. So news and events, just so you know, the board has the ability and the management team has the ability to send out notifications to you. So it may be a notification of, gosh, a street is being cleaned and they don't want people parking on that particular street. So they would decide who needed to be notified that. And they would send that out to everybody. Or it could be, hey, there's a fish fry going on in such and such area. So that's how they can alert. This is how it can really allow you all to be more informed about what's going on in the community. So it is a really great tool in that way. Yeah, we tried it. So the other thing is, did you have something to add?
No, but here you can.
Millennial, right? We're so glad he's here. So anyways, so we talked about the news and events. This is another fun one. This is surveys. So these are not legal voting things. This is just to kind of get a pulse on what people want in the community. So for example, we just made up some different things, but one was, hey, let's take a poll on should we convert the tennis courts to include pickleball? So that would be a fun one. Or the board's considering new umbrellas at the pool. And they actually can take a poll and see what everybody voted on, just to get an idea. Okay? And here is the request area. So if you wanted to send a maintenance request, you would come here. You see the categories here? You'd click on maintenance request. So I wish I would not have put this one in here because this is my demo and I can't get rid of it. But anyways, so for example, if you notice that there's a toilet running in the clubhouse, you're going to make a note of that, and you can inform the CAM this way or your manager what's happening by just filling this out. So remember I said that you're the only one who can see these maintenance requests along with the board members. So this is a great tool because immediately when you send it, it's going to go into the CAM's dashboard. And when I say dashboard, they have a computer screen that is going to be separated by request, so that could include maintenance request or other requests. There's also a spot for other things that they need to take care of during the day. Their goal is to clear that dashboard off every single day, which is a tough job because it gets to be quite busy, but that's their goal, to respond to you and at least acknowledge that that request has come through and get working on that. It may not be able to be solved immediately because maybe they have to get a repairman out there to do it, but for example, somebody sends in the request about the bathroom. So then your CAM is going to respond, hey, thanks so much for bringing that to our attention. We've called the maintenance people. They anticipate to be out there at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we should have this wrapped up. So once they get that fixed, they're going to close that request. You're going to see in Town Square that it's closed, and so is the board. Okay?
And you'll even get a notification from the CAM. As soon as we respond to your request, you'll get a notification, like an email or a pop-up in the app.
So this is the architectural review button. So this is if you wanted to have something done in your yard and you needed to have the ARC team take a look at that and approve it. You could submit it here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how that works?
So architectural review is any exterior modification to your home that, whether it be painting your home, installing new landscaping, you're just going to go up in the right-hand corner, click Open Request, and you would title it what ARC item you want to have done. And then here you can, well, actually, this you can put any request. You can choose whether it's an architectural review application, an incident in the neighborhood, like a car accident or someone got hurt. Maintenance requests, you can put that here. Security, if you notice vandalism. And then you can put your description down here. And attachment, this is where you would attach your ARC application once it's completed. And then you're just going to click Open Request, and then the CAM gets notified. And then we submit it to the ARC committee, and then you'll get a request through Town Square saying it's whether it's approved or denied. Yeah. If it's same for same, no, you do not. Yes.
So when you do that, you have to also include two $25 checks. How do you do your checks? I just brought something over to Clubhouse the other day because they told me to submit it, but I had to give two $25 checks. One an application fee and one is something else.
So this is really just a kind of an intro of how this app works. Kathy is going to be able to better answer questions specific to Sandoval because you all might have specific things to your governing documents about how they work. But we're going to show you how to do it through Town Square, and then if there's something that we can't answer about how it works at Sandoval, we're going to defer to Kathy. Okay?
And you can make any payment through Town Square. We'll show you that in a little bit. So.
Yep. So any other questions right now? Okay, great. So the thing is with here, I'm going to show you where you can find your documents. So if you want to see specific documents, for example, if you want to look up something in the governing documents, you're right here. So your communication, you're down here, documents, then you can see governing documents, and you can see the most recent thing that was uploaded in this area. So you can click on this, and you can check and go to look at those governing documents. If you want to take a look at some sales lease documents, those are right here. Okay, so you just click on them. And you really just have to play around with it to get used to it. It's just one of those things, kind of like driving. You got to do it a little bit and it will become second nature to you. So hopefully it doesn't get overwhelming for you. But that filtering the documents.
Yes. So if you click on a category, that category will show all. So governing documents will have all the governing docs. I'm not sure why the ARC app's in there, but that should
be in the ARCs.
Yeah, they'll have an ARC, ARC, your rules and regulations, and then the sales and lease. Those will have those applications in there. This is just a demo, so they're not loaded in there. But yes, you can sort through the categories on the left-hand side.
So that's all your documents. And again, if there are different documents that your community wants to upload, then they can do that. So this is just a demo, okay? So there may be other documents that are pertinent to Sandoval that you will find there. Okay, I don't think we do package control here, so we're not going to worry about that. We talked about requests and the different types of requests. So the other thing that you can do, which you'll see on the homepage when you actually sign into your own account, you're going to be able to see your assessments, what you've already paid, so it'll show your most recent payment, what you have due, and you can actually pay. Because this is a demo, I can't show it to you here, but when you sign in, you'll see it on the home account, and it will become very clear to you what it is. I think it's like one of the first things that pop up when you sign in. So.
Yeah, your HOA dues would be underneath your profile. So if you had dues, they would show up under Siri, where you click on the profile.
Yeah. But since we don't have a bank attached or anything here, we can't show you. But you can do that. So what other questions do we have? So we've talked about how you can submit a maintenance request or any kind of request. We've talked a little bit about where to find those governing documents or where to find applications for ARC. Unfortunately, we couldn't show you where to pay, but like I said, that will become evident. What else do we have? Anything else? Go ahead.
What if we don't want to use the app and we'd rather come into the clubhouse and do it personally, like an architectural review?
You absolutely can do that. One of the great things about Associa Gulf Coast is we will manage the way you want to be managed. And a lot of times people don't want to use technology. They want to pick up the phone and call. They want to send an email, and that is absolutely fine. It just makes it more efficient. We can respond quicker, but if that is not your thing, don't think twice about it. Pick up the phone, send an email, and we will manage you the way you want to be managed. Anyone else?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the work orders.
The work orders?
Yeah, we currently use our Live Sandoval website, and we have a work order for landscaping. Do we continue to use that, or do we use your software? How's that going to work moving forward?
For the landscaping, we will ask Kathy what you guys are doing, if that should be filtered through Town Square, but Town Square is enabled to do that. So the good thing about Town Square is it literally has a history of tracking things. So we can filter out, for example, if there's a maintenance request or a landscape issue, we can literally filter how many landscape issues that we've had, how many are opened, how many are closed. Based on the title of it, we could maybe even filter it a little bit more if it's the same issue. So we try and keep as much as possible in Town Square just because it lets us pull up that information and be able to use it the way we need to. So, but I will check with Kathy on that. Anyone else?
Are the activity and fitness calendars going to be loaded up here?
That's another Kathy question. We hope to have everything located on here. That would be the goal, just to have everything here, because this does have the capability to reserve different things. And for Sandoval, I would assume you guys need to reserve different rooms if you want to use them, or different things. So you would be able to do that if they want to enable that here. Yeah, so that's one of the things about Town Square is it definitely will be customized for Sandoval. So what your needs are, because your needs are definitely going to be different than maybe a high-rise condo somewhere. So every community is going to be a little different, and they're going to use it in a little bit different way. Yes, ma'am.
May we change the mailing address on your website?
Can you change what?
Our mailing address.
Your meeting address. Oh, your mailing address. Ryan?
Yes, you can. In your profile, you can update your mailing address, and that notifies us. All of our systems talk to each other, so if you update it on Town Square, it'll update in our C3 system.
So you're going to go to your edit profile page. So top right. And you can put where does the address go?
It would be under basic information. They should have their phone number and mailing address there. It's just because it's a demo.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so because of the demo, it's just showing you this much. But in your account, it'll show you your address. And then you can also enable privacy on that. So if you don't want somebody to see your phone number, there's a privacy button on there too. It will become very evident. So that just means that you don't want other people in the community to have your phone number or your email, but you're internally going to keep that there for management or for records. Go ahead.
Just a quickie, under news and events, I'm getting no recent activities. Is that just because it hasn't been set up yet?
It hasn't been completely set up yet, so we're going to get that all rolling for you. All right, anyone else?
When will it be operational?
I will have to ask Kathy when they're going to get that all set up. I don't know.
I'm actually currently working with Kathy to get all the documents and all the newsletters set up on here and your amenities, because I'm on it right now and your amenities aren't on there, but you can make reservations for like the clubhouse, pickleball court, tennis courts, all through Town Square once we get all that set up. So hopefully in the next week or two, we'll have that set up.
Yay, Ryan.
Yep, even for events. Yep.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm working on the app.
Okay.
I went into documents and, all the articles of incorporations, the bylaws, City of Cape Coral permit, declaration of covenants, they're all in here. But then there's like board agenda, revised board agenda. How do we get rid of stuff that's not longer pertinent? I mean, there's a board agenda in here from 2 weeks ago. But, and if this thing keeps loading those documents, like board agendas, everything, this thing is going to be so long to get to the covenants, if I can't delete the other documents, the ones that are irrelevant anymore, this thing's going to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll until I find the document that I want.
So how are we doing with that?
So there's an option at the top to filter your documents, and then you can filter by date and
Here,
put
let's do it up here.
So go to documents. Yep. And filter on the right hand.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can filter by date.
Okay, so perfect.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
How can we know if when we signed up for the payment draft to the bank, it's okay? Because I sent all the documents in your address in Texas, but I don't know if it's okay or not, if they received it or not.
So for your assessment payment, you're wondering if it's gone through? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, where can I see how they will take my money at the end of the month?
So did you sign up for auto pay through Associa or Town Square? You filled out a physical form and a voided check?
I sent the paperwork you sent in January. They asked to send a void check and everything.
Okay, so if you submitted it before the 20th of the month, it'll pull the following month.
It doesn't appear on
So it's not going to be live with your bank account. It's just going to show that it's posted.
Yeah, it'll show underneath your profile when the payment. It gets pulled on the 5th. I don't know if you're monthly or quarterly, but it gets pulled on the 5th if you AC.
You're quarterly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to repeat that if it was paid after the 20th, or what was the...
So if you submit the auto debit form before the 20th of the month before it's due, it'll pull the following month. But if you submit after the 20th, it's going to take a whole nother month until the auto debit to go into effect. Town Square, you can also set up auto pay through Town Square, but Associate Direct Debit has no fees. Town Square, there's a fee to use the auto debit. It's $2.97, no matter what payment method you used, whether it's ACH, checking account, debit card, credit card.
No matter there's a fee.
There's a fee. Yeah, if you make a payment through Town Square. But if you mail in a check or sign up with auto debit through Associate directly, there's no fee.
So the auto debit from Associate, will it show up on Town Square?
Yes, it will.
Yes?
The auto debit feature, is that just for a checking account? Can I do an auto with a credit card?
You can do auto debit with a credit card through Town Square, but there's a fee for that. But through Associate, you can it's only through checking. Yep, checking or savings.
Anyone else?
So if you were signing up for a program or a trip or something like that through Town Square, you get charged for a payment there if you do it through
There, no,
If the lifestyle director decides.
Oh, yeah, she's talking about if you're signing up for a class or something.
if you have to make a payment, yes, there would be a charge through Town Square. So it's easier just to drop off a check at the office.
I was told I couldn't do that. I called and asked, could I drop off the HOA at the office, and was told no.
You're talking about the assessment?
Oh, yes, you're not?
Yeah, she's talking about like a class for a lifestyle class. Yeah. Anyone else? Well, I'm so excited that you guys are going to get to play around with this. Do I see one more hand back there? No? So everybody, please, if you don't have your account number, come up here. If you need to have access to a laptop or you just want someone to help you get signed up and registered, let us know. We're here to help you. Go ahead.
We have multiple users, like my husband and I can each have a separate account, or is it just one account for family?
You can set up a separate account for each of you.
Okay, so it's driven by the email address?
Yeah, it's by email address.
You're going to use a regular desktop computer to sign up. And then depending on what kind of phone you have, you can go to the App Store. You're going to find that Town Square app, Town SQ. You see it in green. Go ahead and download that once you've gotten registered. And then get signed in on your phone and have it remember your password. And you are good to go. And then also, like I said, if you are not interested in playing around with this and you just want to sign in once and have us enable your email so this comes through, we can do that too. Okay, so make sure you come on up and say hello to Ryan and I. Let us know if you need help and we'll get y'all squared away. But thank you, thank you. That's the end of our demonstration. If you have further questions, come on up. Don't be shy. Thank you.